Aloha. Ashura here, November 1st, in front of a painting of Isis that I did years ago. Isis is wanted to touch base about the easy way, the sacred feminine path of receiving, trusting, mystery, intuition. So if you're struggling with something in your life like a trauma that won't go away, or a stuck money situation, like you have a job that you hate and it only pays X dollars, and there's this fear that it will never change or you will never break free, have you considered an alternate path? Instead of trying to fix the problem, whether it's healing or work or money, have you actually considered the path of surrender? That might sound paradoxical, like you're saying, like, oh my gosh, I only have $4 in my bank account, or I was traumatized as a little girl and it's never going to change. But sweetie, how well has the path of fighting and struggling and trying to fix it worked for you? It probably not too well. In my own life, I've had a lot of financial challenges in the past, as well as my own trauma, and I can say the more I tried to fix it, one example being when I was a yoga teacher in my 20s, I was just working harder and harder and harder to barely stay afloat, because it was a societal, patriarchal work model of you do this many hours, you get this many dollars. And I was busting my ass driving all over New England teaching yoga classes, and I did the math once and it came out to like $9 an hour after I factored in gas and travel time. And this applies to any challenge in your life, whether it's work or relationship or healing and trauma. How can you surrender? How can you trust? How can you find a different way and begin to create some Isis, some is magic, because you are. The path of the sacred feminine starts with I am. So take a breath in and a breath out and just say, I am. And feel yourself settle into your body with that I am. So stepping out of doing and into being and receiving. And when you step into your I am, notice what feelings, emotions start to arise. Maybe jot them down. Oh, I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm happy, I'm joyous, I'm feeling sexy. Notice what feelings come up and start to jot them down and track your feelings. A good example of using the feminine for money is a story from my own life, where my business was at a certain level where I was barely scraping by for a year or so. And I had to put down my way of trying to figure it out on my own and doing the same thing and posting the same things on Facebook and using the same generic languaging that I'd used for a year, and take a giant leap of trust and enroll in a business training for myself that was really wild and creative and juicy and feminine, and to move away from quote-unquote marketing and into things like ecstatic meditation and art and up-leveling my own wardrobe and standing up for myself and saying, okay, I'm going to reverse engineer this and start with I am. I am worthy. I am good enough. Oh, well, because I am worthy, I'm going to invest in this healing for myself. And when I hold my worthiness and I start with I am worthy and move forwards with my life, then more doors automatically open without trying. So put down what you're doing. If you're trying to fix something in your job, if you are trying to fix something in your love life, if you are trying so hard to heal a trauma, put it down, take a few breaths. Go back to I am. Or is. It is what it is. Isis, is. It is what it is. Little goddess humor. Isis, is. It is what it is. Yeah, we can all be weird here. Go back to I am. Go back to it is. And ask the universe rather, to grant you an answer so you might receive it. Maybe sitting, lying down, surrendering, putting down the trying, going from the masculine world of action and trying and pushing, which is really our whole patriarchal society, into surrender. I put down the struggle, I rest, I meditate. I surrender, I receive, I rest, I meditate until the answer arises. Yeah, and then once the answer arises, you go out and take action. It doesn't mean you sit in a closet and meditate for 10 years. Put your struggle down, put your battle down. Sit still. Take a few breaths. I am. Your new mantra, sweetie, is I am, or is. ISIS. It is what it is. Meditate in a restful place and give yourself doses of pleasure. Maybe it's chocolate, maybe it's tea, maybe it's a massage. Infuse your meditation with small kindnesses and pleasure. And allow yourself to surrender to your own divinity, to your own higher self, to receive the answer to your problem, or just to receive the right situation, alignment, and healing to the situation. And then after you get the information that you need to move forwards from your feminine receptivity, then you go back out into the world and take divine action. As an aside, this is what some theorists of the law of attraction miss. They tell you to visualize, but there is not that acknowledgement that some of us have blocks and fears and traumas, and we need to sit and surrender to those and allow those to move through us so we can receive answers and then take action skillfully. Thank you for being with me on this Day of the Dead, this All Saints Day. And I'm holding my laptop in my hands right now because my apartment's a mess and I don't want you to see the mess behind me. How's that for real? Aloha, love, and namaste.